Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out my sizes for my extensions. And I don't know what's been going on lately, but I've been really finding myself wanting to only do medium coffin looks. You guys know I had a period of only doing medium stiletto. I was obsessed, and now I find myself going back to coffin. I'm gonna try not to get into a chokehold with these, but if it happens, don't be surprised. But anyway, I've already prepped my natural nails, so we're just gonna jump right into applying these extensions. Because these are pre-etched at the bottom, I'm just gonna be taking this Mia Secret glue here and placing it on the bottom half of the extensions. So we're all done. I'm gonna go ahead, cure it in my big lamp for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to seal my cuticles. I'll be using my Melody Susie e-file that I showed you guys in my last video, as well as my Pana 5-in-1 bit to do this. If you had to get one bit to start off with, this is the bit I recommend, hands down. It just can do a lot of different things. I use it to seal my cuticles, remove my Gel X. This is my girl. Like, I love this bit so much. But I like to keep my drill at a really low speed when I'm around my cuticle area, so I really don't ever go higher than like 4,000 RPM, and then just go very slowly from side to side. I'm gonna go ahead and shape and file using my 80/80 grit hand file, and I just like to do the tips and a little bit on the sides for these extensions. You don't have to do too much, but just like to clean up the shape a little bit. If I want to get these extensions ready for polish, I'm going to completely remove the shine from the nails using a sanding band, pretty much because it's already in my hand's reach. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. And then once I'm done, I'm going to be doing the acetone trick. I like to do the acetone hack after I've gotten all the dust and stuff off of the nail, because you don't want to use the acetone and then the dust get trapped in the extension. It's bound to happen. So you want to make sure the extension is completely free of dust from your area before you go in with your acetone, because the acetone is just going to melt the bottom half of the extension, but it does make it a bit sticky. But anyway, my nails are clean, so I am going to dip my brush in acetone, scrub the bottom half of the extension so that it blends in. Technically, you can either use your e-file or do the acetone trick, but I like to do both. I feel like it can't do no harm. And ultimately, I do like the end result when you combine both of them. But of course, this is another thing that you would do based on your personal preference and the tools you have. All right, so moving right along, let me tell y'all what happened. So I started to do this look with a different base color, and I combined two things and it came out a hot mess. So I actually had to do a color change. The extensions look a little bit weird right now. I don't know if you can really tell, but I had to take the color off. So I'm gonna go in with a base gel just to even out the surface again, because I had to do a lot of filing. I didn't film the color change because I'm not gonna lie, I had an attitude about it. And I was like, I can't believe that I combined these two colors. Like, I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it. My gut told me not to. And that's why I didn't film it. But if y'all do want to see a video about how to do a color change on Gel X, let me know in the comments and I will film that. But we're gonna cure this and then do some nail art. Now for the base color I actually like, I will be using this one here from Yogurt Nail Korea. And I really like this one. I haven't used it on camera yet. This is my first time actually putting it in a video. But with this is a syrup gel. So it has a smooth consistency, it's sheer. So what I'm gonna do is apply, you guys already know, 3 coats of this. I do 3 coats of everything, but 2 coats would have been enough. I was just being extra. I think because I was scarred from having to take off the old color I didn't like, I didn't want to take any chances. I'm just applying a thin layer, and in between each layer, I'm going to be curing for 60 seconds. So I am going to be top coating at this point, and it's because I didn't know at the time of filming if I was going to be comfortable with top coating over the rhinestones I'm going to be using later in the video. So you can do either or. You can top coat here or top coat later, and I'm going to show you both so that you have options and figure out what works best for you and the quality of rhinestones you're using. For top gel, I am using the Iyogo Zombie Top Gel, and I've talked about this a lot. I use it a lot. I do like it. It leaves the nails looking like glass, and it just looks so good. But it does have a thicker consistency to it. So if you like something that's a little bit like a low viscosity, this probably won't be for you, but medium viscosity, this would be for you. This is also a no wipe, by the way. So you just pop it in your lamp, cure it, and then go about your day, or like me, continue the design. So now we're gonna cure here for 60 seconds and then apply some rhinestones. So taking the Macarte rhinestone glue, I'm gonna be putting a dot of this right in the left hand side of my middle finger, because I'm basically going to be surrounding this entire look around this bow charm here. So to lay the bow down, I'm going to be using some regular tweezers. I swear I dropped this thing 503 times before I finally got it on the nails. So if you're going to be using charms like these, I recommend just getting some tweezers. It's easier to lay down. It was just moving, sliding, dropping, I don't know. But anyway, once you get it on the nail, flash cure immediately. Because of how these charms are, they don't lay exactly flat on the nail. So they are going to slip, slide, up, down, side to side, fall off the desk completely. It's going to do a lot. So the best thing you can do for yourself is just go ahead and flash cure it in place so it's not moving all over the nail. So once I have the bow laid down, I'm going to take some of the rhinestones that came in this set here. There are different shapes in here. So we have hearts, little diamonds, I guess you can call them, squares, a little bit of everything in here. So we're going to be using these. And I also have a silver caviar bead along with some flat back white pearls. So I'm going to be taking all of those things to create an arch on the nail. Basically how you have a smile line to a French tip. Just going to be laying them down sporadically. I do not have a set sequence of how I'm laying these rhinestones down. There really isn't much to explain here except for just lay everything down to where you feel like it feels right. You want to make sure that you're just kind of going in an even curve to make it look like a smile line. However, make sure you fill in those empty spaces. So it's great to use those rhinestones that have those different sizes and shapes because you can fill in empty spaces so it doesn't look too sparse up into your liking. So I'm pretty much happy with the way things are looking right now. I am going to flash cure this as is because I don't want anything to move. And I'm pretty sold on this design. You guys know I'm indecisive. I talk about that all the time, but this time I'm good to go. So before I flash cure, I'm going to be taking a flat brush that has some alcohol on it and moving the excess glue out of the way so that it doesn't cure in place as well. So once I'm done cleaning the nail, I am then going to flash cure. And with this, I did stay under the lamp for about I think it was 15-ish seconds so that the glue can have time to cure underneath it, but I can still move on with the design without taking all day. So next up with the middle finger, I am actually going to bring the same design all the way down to the base of the nail. So we're going to just go ahead and lay some of the bigger pearls down first in random spots of the nail. And then I'm going to fill in the spaces between the pearls with some rhinestones and those silver caviar beads. So by the time we're done, it's just going to connect in an oval shape, starting at the smile line, going down to the base of the nail. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are looking. I'm going to clean up the excess glue again before I flash cure. For the next fingers, I'm basically going to take that same design that I did on the bottom half of the middle finger, and I'm going to do it on the other fingers, but I'm only going to do it on one side. So starting off with, this is my ring finger, I'm going to place this on the left-hand side of the nail, starting at the midpoint, and then on my pointer finger, I'm going to start at the midpoint of the nail at the bottom, and then I'm going to come up towards the right-hand side of the nail. That may be confusing as I'm explaining it now, but once I get started, it'll make more sense. I'm going to be applying another final layer of top coat. This is what I was talking about earlier in the video when I said you can apply it then or now. It's really down to your personal preference. If you do both, you're just going to get an extra shiny layer, so it doesn't hurt. And here are what the nails look like all done. I really enjoyed this nail look, so I hope you did too. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It's slightly different than what we typically do, so leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings. Will you be trying this out? Should we do more like this? But if you're not subscribed, and make sure you do so on your way out. But in the meantime, if you're looking for something else to watch, you should check out this video here, and I will see you in the next one.